life, so still you need to be on it.
It all comes down to tonight. Don't miss the biggest night in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Looking to the end zone for the win!
Oh my gosh, one of the great games you'll ever see.
The competition is back, and the UEFA Women's Champions League looks set to be bigger and better than ever before.
It's their time, a night to remember.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now! Let's go.
How do you like it? On the show.
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this.
Still the undisputed champion of the world.
Fight night, only on DAZN.
Hello and welcome to Manchester's Co-op Live Arena for a night of championship boxing. 4 fights coming up later on DAZN with Jack Catterall top of the bill against American Arnold Barboza Jr. for the interim WBO World Super Lightweight title. But before then, to whet your appetite, we have 4 fights featuring some of the country's top talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Co-op Live here in Manchester, England. We are live on DAZN for a big night of World Championship Professional Boxing. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored by Betfred, Everlast, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guy, Tom, and Drip. All of tonight's bouts are sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control. The steward in charge is Charles Giles. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell from Liverpool, scoring A-star referee, Mr. Mark Lyson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears red trunks with white trim. He's scaled 9 stone 6 ounces. He's an 8-fight veteran fighting out of Middlesbrough. Please welcome Kane Singh. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He scaled 9 stone 1 pound 7 ounces. His young professional record thus far perfect, 1 fight, 1 victory. Fighting out of Manchester, England, Alfie Middlemiss.
Okay, boys, both know the rules. Want you to obey my commands. Tell you to break clean. Defend yourselves at all times, boys. Good luck to you both.
Well, here we go. First fight of the night here at the Co-op Live Arena in Manchester. In the blue corner, local lad Alfie Middlemiss against Kane Singh from Middlesbrough. Someone you know Well, Pat, Alfie, middle miss, starting nice and sharply.
Yeah, he's come out the blocks nice and sharp, that relaxed style, and he's flicking his jab out, judging the range at the moment.
Yeah, spoke really well all week. Been really, really excited, Alfie, to be on this big show. Brought a lot of fans with him as well, Barry. Started brightly.
Yeah, he has took the centre of the ring there, working behind that jab. No, not rushing his work. That's very important, and just having a good look at Singh. Just he has the, has the advantage in speed here, and judgment of the distance is good here from Middlemiss. Yeah, nice little positive start. That jab's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, crisp, sharp jab from Middlemiss.
Nice little uppercut on the inside there as well.
Yeah, Kane Singh, his opponent. 5 losses, just the 1 stoppage defeat. So his game is tough, knows how to survive. But again, as you said, Pat, that right uppercut, a peach of a shot.
Yeah, it is a peach, and he just caught him as he was coming in there. And, his left hook as well, after he's been throwing the jabs, he's catching his opponent.
From Jamie Moore's amateur club.
Oh, sorry, did you see that? That was lovely, that. He feinted with the eyes there. He feinted to go downstairs and come up with the jab. Really good work, really clever.
Oh, beautiful right hand again from Middlemiss. He's enjoying this, sharp, he's moving.
Even that there, Darren and Pat, he's walking back, only little steps, he's sort of walking him onto the shots, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not jumping back, and what I really like as well, he's not loading up with that backhand, and he's not letting his opponent know too much about it just yet. He's just easing him in with the jab at the moment.
Yeah, variation, speed, as Barry said, footwork on point, really enjoying this, buzzing in the gym. 2 fighters on the card, so all bouncing off each other, they've been telling me all week.
I tell you what I like as well, when Singh tries to hold on, he takes that left shoulder, Middlemiss, and he puts in the centre of the chest there of Singh. Just that allows him then just to throw that uppercut with the right hand.
It's the exit, as you said as well, Barry, so sharp with his feet. Happy to vary the movement on the back foot now. Credit to Singh, trying to get on the front foot, trying to be the aggressor, but he's walking on to beautiful, sharp shots from young Alfie Middlemiss.
Where'd you get that from?
This delicious chicken royale.
Yeah.
Got it delivered.
Burger King delivers.
Huh.
Really good round from the man in vision, Alfie Middlemiss, taking on all the instructions from Jamie Moore. What an important role he's going to play in the career of Alfie Middlemiss and yourself, Pat Brown.
Yeah, definitely. Alfie's first round there, he did everything he needed to, nothing too reckless. He's off the jab, and as you can see now, he's starting to apply the pressure a lot more now.
Lovely stabbing jab to the body from Middlemiss.
Everything's really good for him. You know what sign of quality sign of a good fighter when they just don't rush their work, but they're always producing the goods. They've got plenty of time to mount their attacks. You just hear with Middlemiss, little feints now and again before he throws, with just little steps back to walk Singh onto shots. And when they're in closer, like I said, he turns his body, makes it half a Singh to tie him up completely, so he can still work away.
He was saying when asked stylistically, how do you fight? He said he can do a bit of everything, and that's exactly what he's proving here this evening so far. Sharp hands, he's enjoying himself, good variation.
Well, he took the centre of the ring at the start of the first round, but he didn't have to. He just realised very quickly that's Singh being aggressive and work against Singh. And actually, suiting Middlemiss. He's just walking him onto the shots and letting him go when and where he pleases.
It's his nice little shots as well. When his opponent's holding him on the inside, he's slipping the shots through the gloves and hitting him in the solar plexus.
A nice stabbing right to the body. He throws those shots, those straight shots to the body really, really well. He made a winning start to his career. Last December, outpointing Jesus Gonzalez, winning every round of that 4-rounder. Walk in, Singh onto a lovely left hook there. Using the momentum of his opponent to walk onto the shots, generate the power that way, and there's that uppercut again that you pointed out, Pat. Beautiful work. The variation for me has been so impressive.
Yeah, he's going up and down. He's mixing his shots up, and I think what we were talking about before as well, he's not jumping out a distance, he's just doing a little step, he's not wasting too much energy, and he's just letting his work flow.
Yeah, fine margins in this sport. That's exactly what you're seeing here. Not exaggerating anything. Boxing lovely. And you have to give Singh credit. He's taking some big, heavy shots. He's been frustrated, but he's still trying to force the pace. Trying to impose, well, I guess you could say maturity. 6 years the older out of the two. Trying to work the body of Middlemiss. Back comes the younger local lad with nice, flashy, sharp combinations.
He might be older and more mature, but I don't think he's physically stronger here than Middlemiss. When they are in close, Middlemiss looks more than comfortable here to push Singh back, or certainly just sit in the pocket and work away.
Yeah, another very good, impressive round here for young Alfie Middlemiss. Let's go.
Whether you're here to meet your goals or meet your gals, here for some me time, or maybe you're here for a bit of a mood lift. Spilling the tea while you spin? Oh, we're definitely here for it. She said what? With no contract and unlimited classes from just $17.99 a month. Whatever you're here for, we're here for it. Pure Gym.
And he's on for that left hook, but what you do is closing the range so much you can't get your own work off. So you go close, right?
There's a good round here from Middlemiss, even whether he's from range or up close there, he's finding the gaps in the defence, and body shots have been fantastic. Just showing the full array of his skills here so far tonight.
Yeah, totally agree with you there, Barry. Beautiful work. My first time in this arena as well, the Co-op Live Arena. Going to be banged out later on this evening for what is going to be a cracking card of boxing live, 7 p.m. on DAZN.
At this time of the evening, it's a decent little crowd, but they've all come to see Pat commentate. That's how many tickets. That's how many tickets Pat sells. They'll come and watch you do anything, Pat.
Yeah, they really do. They always get behind me, and I appreciate it.
Not long to go for you, Pat. We'll chat about that in a bit, but back to this one, Alfie Middlemiss. Again, impressive start to this third round. Sharp hands. Lovely overhand right.
Yeah, he's picking his shots nicely. He's come out on the jab, and now he's letting his shots go to work. I think them body shots from round two, it's got to slow his opponent down at some point, and we might start seeing that now.
He's got a guy who's up against him who's constantly coming forward, so it suits his style down to a T. But his judgment of the distance is fantastic, because he gets leverage in every punch he throws, and I think that sort of natural eye, if you will, for getting that distance correct. Is you almost can't teach that. It's almost a natural gift.
Yeah, he switched on, Alfie Middlemiss. When I spoke to him in the week, he understands the sport and what he's got to do, looking good, and he wants to impress. He understands the nature of the sport. Speaks really well, as I said. His dad actually was an actor on Coronation Street. I think I may have heard he'd done a little bit himself, so he's got a fantastic personality, and as you can see here this evening, he's got all the ability in the world. So the future looks very good for Alfie Middlemiss. Boxing lovely.
There's a lot of things right, and even there he showed me a little bit more aggressive at the start of this round, because he knew he could. You understood that I can take more risks, but hang on, again, gone back now to just picking his shots and letting Singh walk onto every punch that he throws.
Yeah, I would like to see Alfie throw that uppercut again, because his opponent's rushing little bit faster than usual now, and he's open for it.
I guess what when we're looking at these guys, Barry, the fighters that are making their debut or in Alfie Middlemiss's situation, one fight, you're looking at the total package, aren't you? You're looking at what they have and what they don't have. But when you're looking at Alfie Middlemiss here, he's got an awful lot of everything, hasn't he?
You're looking at what they do now and how good they can get in the future. I think there's a little cut there above the left eye there of Middlemiss.
Yeah, there is. There's a little cut there on the left eye. I don't know what that's been caused from.
Yeah, it does look red around that left eye. Just underneath the eyebrow. It'd be a shame if it is a cut, because he's boxed beautifully here, but again, another reminder.
But again,
pro game, ain't for messing around.
It's another thing you have to go through, not panic when you feel that blood trickling in front of your eye. Oh, it's lovely right hand there from Middlemiss. Good finish to the round from him again.
Yeah, sticking the tongue out at the end of that third round now for Middlemiss. He had to go. Singh, you talk about the reddening of the face of Middlemiss, or that left eye anyway, but look at the face of Singh. Really marked up, and it's a sharp, crisp, accurate punching from the local lad. Kerry Kay's working on the cut. See Dave Allen, hoping to hear news on Dave's next opponent. Brilliant fight with Johnny Fisher last time out in Riyadh.
Last one. Enjoy it.
Yeah, into the final round we go. It's been an impressive display of speed, variation, defense from Alfie Middlemiss. A little disappointed, Barry, really, with the little nick that he's got on the left eye, but otherwise it's been punch perfect.
I was going to say disappointed myself. So connected. Disappointed it's only 4 rounds, actually. I'd like to see a bit more of Middlemiss, and I think he's a 6th-round fighter already. I do, I really do. And I think the way he boxes, I think he can break fighters down. With his accuracy and that clubbing right hand was starting to take effect a little bit from Singh.
And I think as well, towards the end of the last round, he was getting into his little bit of a flow. He's getting his, sticking his tongue out, and he was enjoying it. And I agree with you, Barry. I think he's ready for the 6th rounders now.
Yeah, and that makes 3 of us, I agree. Old head on young shoulders, working the body again. It was a nice right hook, dropping the left to the body afterwards, showing composure. As you say, he hasn't got flustered at all, has he, Barry, after the little nick?
And it's been a decent pace as well. Let's not forget that. And you got to give Singh the credit for that, because he's constantly come forward, trying to make Middlemiss work hard. But Middlemiss again just doesn't panic, finds the space and the time to produce work like that. Good body shots.
Just looking in the corner as well, the blue corner, I just seeing a nod of approval from Dave Allen. Oh, there's that right uppercut again. Fantastic shot from Alfie Middlemiss.
What he does with that uppercut, he lines it up with his left shoulder every time, and it's beautiful work.
Again, we were saying earlier on, he just sticks it in the middle of their chest, doesn't he? Just lines it up to the centre of their chest, so you can get full rotation into that shot.
And that was lovely as well, a double left uppercut. And a kick. Back, credit to Singh here. He's having a go. He's letting his hands go, but walking on to an awful lot of shots here.
He's better. He should have done this from the offset here, Singh. Lovely time right hand.
And most of the shots are hitting Alfie's gloves, or they're skimming off his shoulder as well. His defence is really impressive.
Again, it goes back to composure, doesn't it? Just, being able to stay calm under pressure. What a shot.
Class.
Beautiful work.
Class. Stabs the jab to the body, works round the sides, back upstairs. Just takes a little shot there from Singh. He's aggressive on the front foot. Is Singh. He's having a go, but completely second best here. It's been a very, very good second outing for Alfie Middlemiss. Sold lots of tickets. He spoke well. He's performed well. So the future, as we say, looks very bright for the young man.
And also, I'd have Singh against every prospect. He's a real good test, I think. He's not going to win. He's going to make you work for it. But I think Middlemiss has been absolutely fantastic tonight. It's been really good performance.
Yeah, I agree. Top performance. And I think what you were saying, Barry, that switch off where he resets, it's brilliant.
Yeah, really, really impressive display from the 21-year-old Alfie Middlemiss. The first of a very busy night for Jamie Moore and the rest of the team. But what a performance from the young man. A big smile as he walks back to the blue corner. We'll move to 2-0 as a professional. What impressed you the most with Middlemiss, Barry?
I think it was clear to see for everyone. His composure for a young man in only his second fight on a big stage. Don't forget that. He just had loads of time to do everything. I think, you know, the variety of his work, he obviously has ability, but sometimes with ability, you want to impress and you rush your work and you make mistakes, or you get involved in a fight when a guy's trying to push the pace, and when a guy was easy to hit like he was in the first few rounds, you can sometimes get overexcited and try and get the finish when it's not there. But he timed everything perfectly. The judgment, the distance was on point from the offset, but ultimately it was his composure. He never rushed anything. He knew where he was. He knew when he let his hands go, he had everything right. I think that was a fantastic performance, a real mature performance from a very, very young man.
It was. I echo that. Very good. Only 21, but showed his physical strength as well. But anyway, let's get the verdict here from your MC, Mr. David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds here in Manchester, we go to referee Mark Lyson's scorecard. It reads 40-37 for your winner. He's still undefeated, Alfie Middlemiss.
Yep, Alfie Middlemiss moves to 2-0 as a professional, and what a second fight that was for the young man. Punch perfect, little nick over the left eye, but I'm sure it's nothing to worry about as Singh leaves the ring. He'll be proud of himself. He had a go, and I echo what you said, Barry. I put him in with a lot of our young prospects in the country. He came to fight, but this young man with the team, Sam Jones, Jamie Moore, Kerry Kays, and there is the venue, the site for what we have in store for you for the rest of the evening. On Before the Bell, we still have Akib Fiaz, gym mate, of course, of Middlemiss, against Lyndon Cherkop. William Croller, the very impressive William Croller versus Ayub Zakari. Connor Tudsbury makes his professional debut against Da Silva Catano. And then live at 7 p.m. on DAZN, your global home of boxing, we have this stack card. Delpha Barrett versus Jazza Dickens. Pat McCormack in a very intriguing fight against the experienced Robbie Davis Jr. And then this mouth-watering clash. It was supposed to happen a while back for the British and Commonwealth super featherweight titles. Reece Bellotti versus Michael Gomez Jr. Then tonight's top of the bill, the big one, the WBO interim world super lightweight title. Jack Catterall versus the tough American Arnold Barboza Jr. Brilliant, brilliant opening fight on Before the Bell. What's your pick on the rest of the card, Barry?
I go to any weight. I go to any weight, pretty much, and it's a super featherweight.
Fair play. Well, look, we're ready. I can see David Diamante in the ring, so let's hand over to our MC for the second fight on Before the Bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Manchester, England, the action continues with a 6-round lightweight contest set to make his ring walk, Leiden Kirchhoff.
Some fight. Evening. Lyndon Cherkop.
And now entering the arena, Akib Fiaz.
And here is Oldham's Akib Fiaz in plenty of hurry to get to the ring. I'll tell you what, this man, speaking to him in the week, has got the bit between his teeth. He's eager to get back to winning ways after his last contest, the defeat to Reece Bellotti. He's got an opportunity here to look good and get back to winning ways.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the action continues from Manchester, England here at the Co-op Live with the 6-round lightweight contest, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, sponsored by Betfred, Everlast, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guy, Tom, and Drip. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell from Manchester, A-star referee, Mr. Darren Sargentson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the blue and white. He scaled 9 stone, 8 pounds, 13 ounces. His professional record, 7 victories against 2 defeats. He has 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Pieta Malta, please welcome Leiden Kirka. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears purple with green trim. He scaled 9 stone, 9 pounds. Professional record, 12 victories, only 1 defeat. He has 1 win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Oldham, please welcome Ambush Akeem Fiaz.
Fellas, you both know the rules. Keep it clean. Nothing low. Watch your heads. And when I say break, take a step back. Most importantly, defend yourself at all times. That's all, lads. Just going to hold on.
Well, it's the return of Akeem Fiaz. Been out of the ring since October 2023 when he lost tonight's, well, one half of tonight's chief support, Reece Bellotti.
Round 1.
He's eager to get back to winning ways and impress, and he's actually said he'd love the winner of tonight's chief support with Lyndon Cherkop, as I say, from Malta. But good to see Fiaz back, Barry.
No, yeah, it is. He's a real talented boxer, so that inactivity does you no good at all, especially at his stage of his career. Even though he's coming off a loss, we're starting to box for the championship level. You want to stay around, you want to stay busy and try and get the opportunity to get back into that sort of title contention again. So the break's no good for him, but he's back, and hopefully his back is better than ever.
I've always been impressed with Fiaz, his style, quick hands, good variation, lovely feet as you see in there, and he's someone to look up to, I guess, Pat, as well, the way that he's dealt with certain things outside of the ring, but he's shown how much he still wants it and how hungry he still is.
Yeah, definitely. Last year he went through a lot, and he's here now, and he's sharp. He's whipping the shots in, and that left hook especially.
I'd just like to see him, especially in this contest, be like he is now, a little bit more assertive. He's a real thoughtful fighter, I think. But sometimes when you are a thoughtful fighter, you invite a little bit more trouble than's needed.
Yeah, he's looking spiteful here. He is. Yeah, it looks a lot better, Barry, as you say, working the head. Body shots, looking very spiteful.
That angle he took there to get that left hook. He took a little pivot, a little step to the side, to the right-hand side to get that left hook into play.
Yeah, he's targeting the body really well, Pat, with that left, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. He's sitting on his shots, and even though he's only had 1 KO, Akeem, he really can whip him in, and he's hurt his opponent here.
Yeah, that stoppage came against Dean Dodge in March 2023, and I always felt and also heard from a lot of people that sparred with Akeem that he does punch harder than his record suggests. So can he try and find some of that form that he did against Dodge?
The reason why he's not stopping people, and I understand this more than anybody, is that he's defensive, because he's thoughtful, he likes to like counter punch you. Sometimes you always punch him when you're leaning back, so you're always taking the sting out of your shots, not really digging into your punches. You're always looking to move, always looking to evade and then punch, or punch then evade.
Yeah, there does seem to be a bit more aggression from Fiaz. A bit more spite in his shots, looking to hold his feet a bit more.
Yeah, it does look like he's holding his feet a lot more, and I like how he mixes up his defence. You know, 1 minute he's doing the tight guard, and then he's doing the Philly shell. He mixes it up, and yeah, he's doing well there at the moment.
This is good from Sherkop, though. He's having a real go. He's in front of Fiaz, just getting spun back into his red corner, but there's a good flurry of shots from the Maltese fighter, but another lovely left to the body. He's feeling these, I think, Sherkop.
The one across the ring a few seconds ago was a low shot, but that was a lovely whipping body shot there. And
yeah,
patience here, isn't it, for Fiaz?
And even though his opponent's having a go, you know, Akib's, like you said, Barry, he's being patient, he's soaking it up, and, you know, they're not actually threatening shots. He's just riding the wave, and then he's, you know, giving an ambush.
Good work again to the body. Closing seconds here in this contest. Oh, good work, though, from Sherkop.
Hello, darlings. Aunt Helga. Futuristic scooters, old school website. Relax, web upgrades, I own them. Better design, e-commerce and smart AI. Now you're fit for the future. I scoot off now. Your digital partner, Ionos.
Yeah, really good start there, really good positive start there from Fiaz, working the body really well, being the bully at times, and when there was punches coming back, as Pat already mentioned, you know, staying nice and composed, blocking the shots, just waiting for the gaps.
Yeah, and it did look as if it was a fighter looking to make up for lost time. Been out of the ring a long time, and someone who lives and breathes the sport, loves the sport of boxing. He'd be desperate to get this one under his belt and move on. But after that first round, you can see there's plenty of ambition in Sherkop.
And having a round like that, it's good, being aggressive and taking some shots on the arms and the gloves, sort of gets rid of that ring rust a little bit, because you get the feel back straight away. You know what it's like. You know, for a while, it's a bit of a culture shock, isn't it, when those little gloves hit you, even if you've done hundreds of rounds of sparring. So just to get that first round of the bell where he had a little bit competitive, will do him the world of good.
Yeah, tucking up nicely, taking the shots on the guard and just dropping back downstairs with that left to the body.
Just needs to disguise that body shot a bit better. It's a great shot. If you can just flurry upstairs, only light, like 3, 4, 5 shots, really fast, and then whip down to the body. Just take all the emphasis upstairs, let those elbows lift a little bit higher, then dip down them. Just whip right across the midriff.
Oh, there's that left to the body. Did it stray low yet? By the looks of the reaction from Sherkop. He's holding his crown jewels, so I'm sure the shot did land low.
Have a look here now. It's a good right hand. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit low.
Yeah, just a little bit.
He's taking a bit of a breather here. Sherkop, why not? One of his defeats came to the very talented Josh Padley, and we see what Padley done to Mark Chamberlain on the undercard of AJ Dubois.
And then disappears. Where is he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Career best win. He should be flying now, Padley. Good shot.
Yeah, lovely right hook from Fiaz. Just missing with the follow-up left.
This is better for him though. That distance is better. Just a little step out. Can he get the hands and feet fast enough to jump into attacks?
Yeah, he's got more of a relaxed guard this round. Obviously, he's got a relaxed left arm, and he's just going in and out like Barry said, and so far it's working.
Yeah, there's a nice little short right hand went inside from Fiaz. He just took the range away, the distance away from Sherkop, and walked him onto the shot. Again,
took a right hand there, didn't he?
He did take a shot, yeah. Looks to load up with that right hand every now and again, but that's a good 4 or 5 right uppercuts from Fiaz.
This is where he needs to take that little step, that little quarter step to the right. Just opens up the body there to the uppercut or the hook with the left hand.
Not the elbow, don't pull down on it.
It's good refereeing there, talking him through it rather than breaking it up.
Yeah, does look physically strong, sitting in front of Sherkop, trying to push him into this neutral corner right on top of us at the commentary desk here. Lovely right uppercut from Fiaz. Just starting to turn the screw a little bit here. Nice right shot. Yeah, that was a right to the body there. He was sort of smothered and pushed to the canvas, but there's no complaints from Sherkop. It was a lovely right to the body, round that left elbow of the Maltese fighter. But running out of time in this second round, Fiaz to get the stoppage. Oh, big right hand. He took that well, Sherkop. Very, very good finish to the round from Akib Fiaz.
In light of recent events, it begs the question, what can we even believe in anymore?
Another good round here from Fiaz. We'll being the bully in this fight so far. I just think, you know, he's got a good opponent here. Opponent's ambitious, he's come to try and win. And because of that, Fiaz can see the gaps, pick him really well. And that knockdown, I think, just before that really good right hand, was an accumulation of pressure. And the body shot then put him over.
Yeah, really, really good onslaught from Akib Fiaz. What do you think Jamie Moore would be saying in the corner, Pat?
I think he'll just be saying keep tucked up on the inside, and then as the opponent throws, just whip it through then at the same time and just keep composed like he's doing.
Do you know after he dropped him, he came straight back and he rammed the jab right in his face. And one of those sickening jabs, he really stepped behind.
Nice right hand from Sherkop. Just a reminder, keep that left hand high. Does just that, it takes a couple of shots, and I agree with what you said, Barry. Really good matchmaking this, a good opponent for Fiaz. He doesn't want anyone, he's just going to bowl over.
You whispered that to me just before we come back on air, that's why I thought I'd mention it.
I was giving you the credit there. But again, showing the physical presence, the power. Fiaz.
Jamie Moore saying 60% there from the corner. I know exactly what that means.
And he wants to remind people what they've been missing, Fiaz. And this is good, this is solid, it's hurtful, Barry.
Oh, Pat, you meant to tell us what it is now, Pat.
Oh, the referee says that isn't low. He complains Sherkop. He looks to fire back, but this is a good barrage of shots. Another left to the body goes in.
But the way he skipped across the target there to get that left hook, and that was beautiful there from Fiaz. Really clever work.
I like to see the uppercut now that he was doing last round. I think that'll put the icing on the cake.
This is getting tough, this, for Sherkop. It's a lot of pressure, shots raining in from all angles, chopping right hand, and that right to the body again, Pat. It's a very hurtful shot.
Yeah, it is, and like Barry says, you know, with pivots round like Ricky Hatton does, and he whips it in.
Again, it's constant pressure. He's not giving any breathing space here.
Referee's having a look, Barry. Another 4 uppercuts. And there is the second stoppage for Akib Fiaz. Beautiful work. Fantastic performance. That's what we've been missing. Been out the ring since October 2023. And he's come back and beaten a very game tough Lyndon Sherkop in very good fashion, Barry.
He was fantastic, and I think that was the perfect opponent. The guy who's pretty decent, I thought, in Sherkop. He showed some really good work at stages, but Fiaz was technically better, but not the over-thoughtful fight that we've seen in the past, where he likes to sit and be really pretty. He was very proactive, wasn't he? Very assertive, and I thought the pressure that he showed Pat tonight, you know, made him a new breed of fighter almost.
Yeah, definitely. He's mixed it up. He was sitting his shots and he was boxing a little bit, but most of the fight he was applying the pressure, and as you could see there, numerous uppercuts that finished the job.
Yeah, looks a composed and complete performance. That a vicious ending, Barry.
Yeah, there was pressure, constant, consistent pressure for every round, but that last round he didn't give any breathing space, and the referee, perfect timing there. I thought the referee was good throughout the fight, talking him through it rather than getting involved, and in the end saving Sherkop there from a brilliant performance there from Akib Fiaz.
A very good performance from Akib Fiers. Well, let's hand back over to our MC for the evening, Mr. David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Darren Sargentson calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes of round number 3, declaring your winner by TKO, Ambush, Akib Fiers.
Akib Fiers gets his 13th win of his career, and it was a very good performance. The second stoppage of those 13 wins. And there seems to be a real spite, a real hunger, a desire, a physical presence, power. Is it a new and improved Akib Fiers? If it is, the future could be very, very exciting from the man from Oldham. All smiles with the team. Dave Allen, Jamie Moore, Kerry Kays. I can see Jamie Ward in the ring. He's going to get a word with our victor, Akib Fiers. Let's hear from the man with all the smiles. Well, Jamie and Akib.
Akib, congratulations. After 15 months out, we saw what it meant to you at the end there. How would you sum that up?
Yeah, you know, it was incredible. I've dreamt of this, being back in the ring. You know, certain, you know, over the last 15 months has been difficult, but I've got an amazing team in Jamie and Nigel who've kept me in the gym all year round, improving. And hopefully that will show in the next, 12 months. Hopefully it's a big year and some more big performances coming, yeah. You
only had the one stoppage headed into this in your 12 fights. Now you're 2 in 13. Did that make it a little bit sweeter, though?
Easy on, Jamie. No one needs to talk about that, but yeah, it's nice. I know I can punch, I'm in there with amazing fighters in the gym day in, day out. Jack Catterall, Cameron Vung, Dave, Pat, everyone. It's a busy gym. We've got 4 on tonight, but I can punch. Everyone says that, so, the record doesn't really suggest that. Probably my manager's fault, Steve Wood, but I'm doing okay, yeah. It
was methodical tonight, but you really set about your man in here tonight. Was that a little bit of pent-up frustration or perhaps new things you've been working on?
Yeah, new things I've been working on, and obviously the 15 months of frustration, it's been difficult. And, had a big telling off before walking out off Nigel and Jamie saying, listen, all that frustration, channel it, don't overdo it. And as soon as I settled in the first round, I knew I've got his number and I knew he was going to get him.
And the last fight, of course, heading into tonight against Reece Bellotti at Commonwealth level. You're desperate to get back to that level, Akib. How do you do that?
Yeah, 100%, we'll see who wins tonight. I'll fight both of them next, I'm easy with that, Eddie knows I've never shied away from anyone. Anyone that wants it can get it, and as long as I'm ready, as long as I'm fit, anyone.
Eddie, a period of frustration for Akib, in and out the ring, put to rest tonight. What did you make of that performance?
Yeah, good performance, and, the competition was no mug either. Came to fight from the first bell. Akib's always been very exciting. 15 months out of the ring, it's frustrating, it's difficult, but, he's right. Look, that co-main event's going to be incredible. I think if Reece Bellotti wins tonight, he's going to move on to European Championships, the Commonwealth, and maybe the British will free up as well. And if Michael Gomez was to win, then, Michael Gomez against Akib Fiers is a massive fight for Manchester. So we'll have to see, but tonight was about dusting away the cobwebs. If we can look good when we do it, even better, and he did that. For me, straight into 10-round, 12-round championship fights. No point mucking around. He's been there, he's had his time out, he's got the cobwebs away. Huge support, great performance.
And you mentioned the support there, Akib, just finally. What did the extended Fiers family give you in terms of strength every time you come into the ring?
Oh, 100%. I've got the best fans in the world. These guys, there's 500-600 of them here tonight, and obviously I only got put on the card sort of last minute. But, they follow me all around the world. They came out to Abu Dhabi. We need another away trip. All of us are ready. And yeah, like you say, he was no mug today. I think the only other person who stopped him is Josh Padley, who beat Mark Chamberlain, who's a very good fighter. His Excellency's favourite. I'm ready for all them guys. I was in there with them in the amateurs, fighting them. Wins and losses over all of them. So I'm ready to get right back in the mix, and I'm excited. Yeah.
Is that a new nickname, Ambush?
It's a new nickname for David, yeah. But Jamie's been saying it for years. We call it the Ambush. That's the only way. Sometimes when I'm sparring with the likes of Jack, they're so hard to get. You just have to ambush him sometimes and try your best, but yeah, that's my nickname. It's been for a while now, yeah.
Well, Ambush Akib Fiers, congratulations. Back to winning ways, my friend. Well done.
Yeah, back to winning ways for Akib Fiers. Looked very, very good in getting back to winning ways. The 13th win, as I said. And somebody else who's going to be busy soon is this young man, teammate of Akib Fiers, Pat Brown. Pat Brown, 28th of next month. Altrincham must be thrilled
Yeah, can't wait now. You know, I've sold a hell of a lot of tickets, and we're not even in March yet, so I'm sure a big another chunk will be getting sold. And yeah, being in a venue like this, it just gets that fire bubbling even more inside of me.
How has it been? I mean, look, as an amateur, you're busy, you're fighting all the time. And this, what I'm guessing, I think you just said it, but before we sat down and went live, it's the longest layoff you've ever had. People talk about itchy knuckles all the time. How has it been not fighting and having to take your foot off the gas a little bit?
Yeah, it's been nice in ways because I've never had this much of a layoff before, but then on the flip side, it's really shown how much I need boxing and how much I miss it, especially in terms of fighting, because I'm like a caged animal at home. I've moved out now, so I'm not with my dad anymore, but me and him, we're like two bulls coming together when I'm revved up, and I've not boxed in ages, so yeah, I can't wait to get in there now at the end of March.
What's it been like? Has the training been different now for professional? Because you're doing longer distance. Have you tapered that quite differently to your amateur training schedule?
Definitely, yeah. Obviously, three sessions a day when I was on GB. I was quite tired going into them sessions, whereas now, because I'm training obviously from like Monday all the way through to Friday, it's only 2 sessions, so I'm going in with an abundance of energy, and yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving the routine, and it's brilliant being in Manchester at home again.
I guess the plan for this year is to be busy, to be active, right?
Yeah, 100%. You know, as everyone knows, a busy fighter is a dangerous fighter, and yeah, activity is key for any boxer.
Any amount of fights, is there a number that you're after this year? If I was to say to you, you've had 4 fights in the year, is that enough, or do you want more?
Yeah, I will keep fighting no matter what. You know, you could give me 6 fights, 7 fights, however many people you put in front of me, I'll get in there with anyone.
You're used to doing that in a week.
Well, that's it, yeah, exactly. Plenty of sparring and plenty of tournaments when I'm fighting, you know, over 3, 4, 5 days.
Well, if you needed reminding, there's a big show next week. It's the rematch in Riyadh. Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol headline what is possibly the greatest card ever put together. The undisputed light heavyweight title on the line and so much more. Daniel Dubois defends his IBF world heavyweight title against Joseph Parker. Shakur Stevenson in action. Hamza Shirez fighting Carlos Adames for the WBC middleweight crown. Zhilei Zhang versus Ajit Cabello. Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. And Ortiz versus Mandrabov. DAZN will be there all week. All the news and all the action live from Riyadh. And remember to keep across the DAZN platform schedule to see all the latest fights, as plenty more fight action coming your way here on DAZN. And what about this for a mouth-watering clash in April? For you fight fans, the 12th, we're in Atlantic City for a welterweight unification clash as IBF and WBA champions Jerome Boots Ennis and Amitios Stanionis put their titles on the line. Well, wow, what a card. We're on the, well, I'm on the plane tomorrow, you're Monday.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, there's been some brilliant cards and some brilliant fights in history, but to have it all the way down the bill where it's just absolutely fantastic, it's something special.
Right, so the chief support was supposed to happen last year. There's a lot of needle between Reece Bellotti and Michael Gomez Jr. We caught up with the champion a little earlier.
Reece Bellotti, Michael Gomez. You all know what happened last time. Bad blood and a brilliant domestic tussle.
We hear from Reece Bellotti. Can you fill us in on the gaps there?
Yeah, I mean, it's just bizarre, really. I mean, I've never really experienced it.
You know he swallowed it. He is 1,000,000% swallowed it. Bill, you can back what I'm saying here. If you're in that changing room, there is nothing out there that will stop you from fighting. Fact. He has gone behind his team and swallowed the fight. 100% fact.
Take me back to like October and just tell me like what happened.
Yeah, we went to the venue, everything was normal, the whole build-up was normal. Set ourselves up in the changing room, come back out. Yeah, they come up to us and just said it's off. I thought it was a joke.
I am not swallowing a fight in a changing room, ever. He has swallowed the fight.
I was absolutely fuming. Yeah, obviously everyone can see the way I lost my head and just went mad.
He sold 1,000+ tickets, now he's got to tell all his mates, oh, sorry, my team pulled me out. You sound like a
I've never heard of any fighter out there pull out. at that moment of time where you were literally about to go and get wrapped up to go out to fight, and he pulled out. I was fuming.
Look at his walking, because when you walk out of the car to come to the venue, he's bouncing around, he's all happy, he looks absolutely sweet, and he gets in changing rooms, falls out of his then he gets pulled out by his team. Simple as that. Don't care what anyone tells me.
I'm hopeful that he won't do the same again. We will actually fight, and I'm going to win.
What do you think they might maybe won't be able to handle?
Me, whatever I bring, he's not ready for.
Feel for you, Gomez, for a second time.
A lot of needle between those two. An interesting fight. How do you see that one playing out, Barry?
Oh, it's an absolute war, guaranteed. I can't say it doesn't. Even though Bellotti can box a little bit better than Michael Gomez Jr., you know, he can get on his toes and he can move a little bit more. He can punch as well, and he'll want to show that he won't let Gomez bully him. So I can't say they just don't meet in the middle very, very early. I mean, listen, the Gomez is a special breed. They really are. You know, his dad was chasing my coattails. I had to fail a brain scan to avoid him. That's how bad it was, and that's a true story. No, I mean, so I know how dangerous they can be, and if he's anything like his dad, he will leave everything in the ring. So this might be the hardest fight Bellotti's had for a while. But what Bellotti's have shown in his career is versatility. I think, you know, people just think he's a puncher. People just think he's a good engine. He's a bit more than that. He's more of a thoughtful fighter in these later years, but still plenty left.
I'll pick your brains on that one in a bit, Pat. But we are ready for our third fighter before the bell. So let's hand back over to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Manchester, England, live on DAZN, we are set to go with a special super welterweight attraction. Now entering the arena, please welcome Ayub Zakari.
And here is Spaniard Ayub Zakari, 26-year-old, 5 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. And he does have a good scalp on his career. He beat Bilal Fawaz back in 2022. And we see Fawaz pushing the talented Janae Bostan very, very close in a draw last month. Can he upset the young, talented William Crolla here this evening?
And now entering the arena, please welcome the undefeated Mancunian, William Crolla.
Well, here is Manchester's very own William Crolla, and what a start to his career he's had. Getting better and better with every fight. 5 stoppage wins in a row and getting better all the time. Brother of a legend around these parts, Anthony Crolla. The way he's improving with every fight. What's to say he can't replicate what his brother done?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Co-op Live here in Manchester, England, live on DAZN, we're set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Sponsored by Betfred, Everlast, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guy, Tom, and Drip. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, from Liverpool, scoring A-star referee, Mr. Mark Lyson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears white blue with a red stripe. He scaled 11 stone, 1 pound, 10 ounces. Professional record 5 wins, 7 defeats, 1 draw. Peleando desde Terraza, Cataluña, España. Damas y caballeros, Ayub Berhal Zakari. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears white, dark gray, and pink. He scaled 11 stone, 2 pounds, 12 ounces. Professional record, perfect. 6 fights, 6 victories, 5 of his 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Manchester, England, William Crawler.
Okay, boys, both know the rules. Want you to obey my commands. Tell you to break clean, defend yourselves at all times, boys. Touch gloves. Good luck to you both.
Well, 6 rounds in the super welterweight division between William Crawler and Ayub Zakari here at the Co-op Live Arena in Manchester. The 7th outing for William Crawler. Like I say, 5 stoppages in a row, and Pat, he's someone you know, someone you used to work with, you told me, on the scaffold site.
Yeah, I used to work with Will. He's a strong lad. He's come out as a southpaw and he's just changed now. And he's big and strong at the weight, so we'll see some explosive shots. He's nice and patient at the moment.
I used to box with a scaffolder called Mervyn Bennett, and he hit me so hard in sparring with a left hook, I thought I swallowed my tongue. Scaffolders are the strongest people on the planet.
I would agree with you there. There was a guy I know, really good friend of mine, Luke Chandler, and he's a scaffolder, and he's probably the hardest that I've been punched. Yeah. Honestly, a unit. But
it's because you use your back, don't you? So all the power's in the back of your body.
A nice positive start. And this is what we're getting used to from William Crawler. Fast, sharp starts, lots of switching, as you said, Pat, from orthodox to southpaw. Very subtle the way he does it.
Yeah, it's very subtle. You know, good shot there right up from Will. He's just taking his time at the moment. You know, his opponent's got a nice tight guard as well as Will, but Will's the one who's slipping through at the moment with some tidy hooks.
Yeah, in 13 fights, sorry, Barry, never been stopped, Zakari. He understands this is a step up and he's in with a tough opponent, so I think he's fully aware that this may go rounds and could even go the distance.
Yeah, but I think he's 26, even though he's still early in his career, he's maturing now as a man, and I think he believes in himself more now. I think he knows what he is, Crawler. He knows he can bang, he knows he's physically strong. So rather than try and, you want every boxer to box, but he realises, actually, I can be a bully when I box here now. I can walk him down, I have that physical presence. I am a big shadow when I box people, and I do hit hard enough to back him up.
Yeah, really changed and turned his life around. William Crawler was getting up to no good, as he would put it himself, and always felt there was a career in boxing for him, but he's knuckled down, he's worked hard, and you know, you talk about improving fighters, he's certainly one of them. He did impress in his debut, but the way he has marched forward and got rid of his opponents.
And the thing
so
is,
impressive,
what Will's doing, you know, is always in that distance where his opponent's engaged mentally. So even though he's not throwing loads of shots, he's mentally draining his opponent by his presence, and that's what's so lovely to watch at the moment, this round. Great shot.
Oh, he's hurt. That's a high left through the legs of Zakari. All over the place. The corner have jumped up. Referee Mark Lyson calls a halt to this contest. Another stoppage against a tough game, durable opponent, but not in front of this man, William Crawler. He cannot stop putting them away, Barry.
Oh, full of it. I tell you what, you hit him on the temple there. You see the legs betray his opponent there. He was all over the place. But we talk about acceleration and pace all the time. How he reacted when he hit him on the top of the head, the follow-up, he was on him like a flash.
Yeah, he was on him like a flash, and it's them hooks, you know, really powerful, and he was so patient that round as well. He wasn't even looking for it, and it just came. He's got dynamite in his hands, William Crawler.
He really has. He's, you know, punches so hard, but as you said, Barry, that desire to close the show once he's hurt his opponent,
right on the
evident.
right on the temple that is. And Zakaria, he can't get his legs together. He's okay, but his legs are all over the place. And we've all seen that happen to fighters in the past. But look at Crawler jump all over him there. Even though his slow motion looks like he's a little bit messy, he was actually well controlled in his follow-up attack. Again, we talk about fight. We've said it a few times tonight. You know, having the patience and not rushing your work, but getting people out there early is a sign of a quality fighter.
Like I say,
Crawler believes in himself. He knows what he is now. He's an aggressive. He's a boxer. He's a box fighter. He's aggressive. He's strong, and he knows it now.
Very, very impressive. Like I say, I think he believed he could be the first to stop Ayub, but I don't think he even believed it would be that early. You can see what it means to him. His brother would be thrilled with his performance there. Obviously working wonders. He's developing very, very well, taking all the advice that the former world champion Ant Crawler has to offer. And he just seems, Pat, that he's built for this.
Yeah, he's definitely built for it, and that's like he said. He says when he was out of the sport, he had a horrible feeling when he was watching boxing, you know, in the pubs or whether he was at home, and he knew deep down this is where he belongs.
Yeah, brilliant performance from William Crawler. Let's hand over to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Lyson calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes, 43 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by TKO, he's still undefeated, William Crawler.
Yeah, a very, very impressive performance from William Crawler. Moves to 7-0, 6 by stoppage. And again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I am. The rate of improvement of this man is so impressive, and you'd have to say the future, and certainly 2025, looks very, very bright. Well, we're going to hear from the victor, William Crawler. I can see promoter Eddie Hearn, brother and trainer Ant Crawler there. So let's hand over to Jamie and get a word from the victor.
Well, Crawler, congratulations, 7-0, 6 knockouts. Listen, you said heading into this fight, we know Zakaria had never been stopped. You wanted to be the first to do that. Do you feel you've made a bit of a statement in this ring tonight?
Listen, I'm absolutely flying. I'm absolutely flying. I'm improving every fight. And I said it in an interview on the wheel. I've got world-class power. I just clipped him then, he done a funny dance and I finished him, but if my second name weren't Crawler, there'd be a massive hype about me either way. But I'm from this city, the name's already around here. I'm next up from this city. I'm one of the top bills here, and I tell you that now.
I know Zakaria had a win over Bilal Fawaz, who had a good fight recently with Junaid Bostan, so the comparisons will be made there. But just talk us through the mindset each time you step through these ropes, Will.
Of course, I'm just on my own journey though, like, when I get to the domestic level, no one's moving me, but I'm on my own journey for now, focusing, improving every week in the gym, advancing in the team, and when I arrive, like I say, it's going to take an absolute lump hammer to move me, because I'm going nowhere, I'm going through the domestic scene.
Like I say, that's 6 knockouts from 7. We talked to Eddie about this and we talked to Crawler, but you really believe, you talk about world-class power. Do you believe we're all starting to really believe into that now with what we're seeing?
Well, you saw it there. He's never been stopped. He beat a lad who's boxed for the English title. The lads he's been in with have over 100 amateur fights on the international scene. He took rounds off them all. I've just smoked him in a round, then I made like work of him, and trust me, I'm going up.
In terms of the level then, what do you feel ready for now? We know your next fight's going to be an 8-rounder. How do you feel this year can look for Will Crawler?
Next year, titles, 100%. This year, like you say, another step up again. That was a good step up there. Even Ed will tell you, didn't think it was going to go like that. I heard him speaking yesterday, but I said to Ant, I heard what he said. He said the hype's really behind the power. And I said to him, I'm going to stop him, just make him, well, to make him say them words again. And this year for me, just a lot of improvements, a lot more step-ups, and they're all getting it.
You say there, like, about predictions and stuff. If there is any doubt, Will, how much does that motivate you to come in here and do a job like that?
What, from people?
Yeah.
I enjoy it, I love it. I love the fat people and think I make it my second name. I enjoy it, but if they take that leg up onto the horse, I've just rolled the horse like mad. I've Ruby Walshed it, so yeah.
Well, let's bring in a man who's a massive fan of yours, by the way. That's promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, immediately your verdict on that.
Yeah, he's quite scary, really. I mean, like, it's just the sort of 15 seconds after he wins. He screams around the ring, he comes over, he starts staring at me. And he's very different to his brother Anthony. In many ways. I mean, firstly, the punch power is quite slightly different, Anthony. I mean, we are talking about a world champion here, but he's got a nasty streak in him. You know, he has a little moan up now and again. He's on too early, wants more money, wants more social media posts. I don't mind, I like that, because it translates in the ring, and he's performing every time in the ring. It's all right blowing over like journeymen who shouldn't be in the ring. That was a real step up against someone that's beaten Bilal Fawaz, that's really durable. We picked him because we were very, very sure he would give him 8 good rounds, or certainly take him deep. He's just destroyed him in a round. So world-class power, yeah, that will yet be seen. But certainly freakish power, I think, freakish power. And I actually don't want him to go too slow. It's difficult because he hasn't done the rounds. Luckily, he's back out on March 28th in Altrincham with Pat Brown and everyone. That's really good news, because after a round, you know, in the ring, great to get straight back out again. But honestly, like, English title level now, I really wouldn't hold him back too much, because with that kind of power, you're going to be going through that level, and he's improving. It was nice the way he just took his time in there. The rhythm was good. He wasn't loading up too much early. It's just timing. And now it's starting to get really exciting now, really interesting and really serious. You know, talking about a real, potentially world-class prospect. Certainly one that should be winning English and British titles. We didn't really think that at the start either, but, you know, it's up to the team. But I wouldn't hold one more on March 28th. I really wouldn't hold him back that much. You know, if he's got that kind of power and that kind of ability, let's start having those English eliminators, Central Area titles. He's going to be beating those guys, but somehow we've got to find someone on March 28th that can do rounds with him, and it's not easy.
I know you're looking to make that English title rematch between Junaid Bostan and Bilal Fawaz, but you believe that could be, he could fight the winner?
In time, yeah, look, Junaid and Bilal have got a lot of experience. You know, Junaid's boxed all around the world. He's an excellent fighter. Those two will rematch. That's a fight for him in 3-4 fights' time, but somehow we need to get the rounds. But when you've got the power, it's the ultimate equaliser, and everybody loves to watch it. There's nothing like watching a fighter with great power. And I know the comparisons are sometimes a little bit, you know, for me, a lot of hype, is Gennady Golovkin, right? The way that he throws his shots. Yeah, but I see you turning your knuckles over on the... You know exactly where you're hitting around the face.
Compliment.
You know, Gennady Golovkin
the Boston Golovkin,
I mean, the Manchester Golovkin, whatever, I don't care, but he's knocking people out, and we love to see it. But the way he's throwing his shots and the spite that he has, I love to see it. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to get in the ring with him. And I think he's going to put the fear up the 154-pound division, maybe even move. I don't know, look, he's a big lump, and he can punch, exciting. And he's got a load of supporters that give me a load of stick out the back, you know, and the whole of Manchester's behind him, and you should be. Great family, great fighter.
English title then. Well, you hear what he says there, 3 or 4 fights, but do you feel ready now?
I'll fight anyone. I'm pretty gamey, I'm not going to lie. I'll jump in there with anyone, but yeah, 3, 4, 5 times, get the learning fights through, and yeah, man, I'll fight anyone.
Just before we do let you go, a quick word. Been asked to bring in Mr. Anthony Crolla, and big smile for you. What did you make of that, and what are you making each time you see your little brother Will in the ring?
No, I think each time we see him is improving, and before I went out I said, you know, don't be getting drunk on your power, please go about your work like a top-class prospect should go about his work, and that's what I believe he done tonight. And the following's growing and growing, and March and Altrincham, hopefully they can all come along again, get behind him, and he's worked so hard, and there's a great team, some of the lads ringside, the sparring he gets in-house, it's bringing him on all the time, and yeah, this hype train, I might have to get on it as well.
Well, just finally, we see the end product, of course, in the ring, but what impresses you about the attitude you just talked about there?
He lives it now, you know, there's a time not too long ago he certainly wasn't, and then he got back into boxing, and he's changed his whole lifestyle, and he's around quality lads in the gym who are bringing the best out of him, and they're all pushing each other on. And I love that competition, and that's bringing him on, and he's going to keep on improving.
Well, final one before we see you, of course, March 28th in Altrincham. For all who came out to support you tonight, what do you want to say to them?
Oh no, massive thank you, and please come out again, and I'll try and do the same again, but if not, you'll be in for a treat, because I'm all action.
Well, from one Crolla to another, the hype train starting to get a little bit real, it seems here. Will Crolla, congratulations and well done.
Yep, the hype train indeed is really starting to gather momentum. Pat, the Manchester Golovkin.
Yeah, he punches hard, Will, and you seen on the shot there on the replay, you know, he really turned his wrist over and chopped down with them knuckles. And yeah, like Barry said, he didn't give no time to waste. You know, he jumped straight on him and he finished him with devastation.
So it sounds as if they're not going to hang about, Barry. What would you do if you were advising, looking after William Crolla, looking at the Central Area Champion, 7-0, Will Goldie Galloway? Is that a title you'd go for? English titles?
I think so. The problem you've got is like as he said, you're giving him fighters who are meant to give him rounds, but they're not giving him rounds. So, but if he's training for those, if he's having camps for those rounds and he's not going those rounds, then that's just one of those things. That's the curse of being a puncher, the curse, and also the plus. But you have to chuck him in at some point. But you know, as Eddie was talking about bigger names and not rushing him, and Crolla was in the background, sort of going, you know, we'll gesture him, we'll take our time. And I think you've got to get that balance right. Promoter and manager have to sort of like fight each other about pushing him too far, but also holding him back. You hold him back too much, he gets stale and learns nothing. You push him too soon, and he gets exposed too early. And we know all about that. We've seen it time and time again. But he has enough ability, and I think he's an improving fighter to chuck him into an area title. But the problem is, once you box for any title, you don't go back. And then the area title means an English title. English title means a British title. I mean, you very rarely defend those titles. That's the thing. You always move on to the next one. And then once you're at the English level, the only next step is British. And then once you get there, you know, everything, all bets are off. You're fighting anybody, however good they are. You know, and so you've got to be careful you don't rush in too much. I would have a few more fights, keep building up that following, a few more tests, a few more imports, different styles, tall guys, short guys, strong guys, punchers, all those things while you still can. And then take that leap of faith.
And what would you say, Pat, has impressed you most about, as Barry said, those improvements?
I think it's more just the patience, and Will's always had a tight defensive guard like his brother, but he's really shown this fight and last fight, you know, these gloves are just deflecting off his gloves. He's staying tight, he's staying composed, and then when he sees the gaps, he whips over the hooks.
So if you needed reminded, I'm sure you don't, Jack Catterall is top of the bill, and he's buzzing once again to be the headline act against Arnold Barboza Jr. from LA, who we see in a very good fight against Jose Ramirez on a Riyadh season card. Cracking top of the bill. So much on the line. Two very good fighters on top form. How did you see that one playing out? I've been asked a question all week and the build up to this, and I think we might see a bit of everything, Barry. I think where they're both very disciplined, they can stick to a game plan very well, but offensively, when they let their shots go, they're spiteful, they can be aggressive. I don't know if you agree, but I think we might see a complete package tonight.
I think so. I think it's very tentative to start. I think because what Catterall won't do is be forced to do what he doesn't want to do. He likes to dictate everything from his. So even crowds don't influence the way he wants to box. And unless he sees an opportunity to attack, he will work behind that jab, which is a risk that it ends up being a bit of a over technical affair. But at some point, Barboza, I feel, he's got to stop the jab of Catterall. If he can't get past that jab, Catterall controls everything with that right hand, does what he wants to do when he wants to do it. But if Barboza can make him work, can get inside that jab and just get those combinations off. Barboza's a good fighter. He seems flat-footed, but he gets into distance quite good, and he got nice fluent combination punches. If he can do that, Catterall has to fire back, and then we see the fight that we're hoping we're going to see. No, Barboza's a very, very good fighter, but ultimately, I think the very best of Catterall not only wins this fight, but dominates it. So it's up to Barboza to make Catterall uncomfortable very, very early. Silence the crowd, put him under pressure, make Catterall work hard, show him that grit that we've seen in the last three fights, the two Taylor fights, and of course the last fight against Prograis, where he decided to have a little bit of a war.
And you've seen this up close and personal, trains very hard, but this man came through his acid test last time, as I say, against Jose Ramirez. Ramirez favourite going into that fight, but this man ripped up the script and showed us how disciplined he can be and how he can stick to a game plan. Didn't engage when he wanted to, and he's a talent, he's a handful. But what I find a little bit head scratching is yet to do 12 rounds in 31 fights, Barry.
Yeah, you could say good management as well. That's the truth of it. But I think he's been matched pretty well. You know, beating Jose Ramirez in his last fight is a real statement. Okay, it's not the Ramirez who was former world champion boxing for the Undisputed against Taylor a few years ago, but still a good fighter, still a hard man to beat. But this is a different sort of style for him. So where he was allowed to go in and out with his feet against Ramirez, the faster the feet and maybe faster hands, he's not maybe going to have that against Catterall. But he is a good fighter. He does have a good rhythm to his work. It's just boxing a southpaw, if any a southpaw as slick and elusive as Catterall can be, makes it difficult to get your jab, establish your jab, which Barboza needs to get any sort of rhythm. And that's why I favour Catterall big. But Barboza, as like I said, if he starts off positive and he really makes Catterall work hard from the offset, he can turn it. His fight's not a war, by the way, but he can make Catterall just fire back out of necessity rather than when he wants to. And that gives you a different rhythm. That allows Barboza to get it. It's just pretty much about who can establish their rhythm the quickest.
How's he been looking in the gym, Pat? I mean, he's a proper professional fighter. It must be a real buzz for you, you know, a contender in the cruiserweight division, having someone like that in and around the gym.
Definitely, yeah. Jack, he just comes in and you know, he just cracks on with his work. He's always there for advice as well. If I ask any questions, he's always there to tell it me. And he's just a true professional in and outside of the ring.
Well, after tonight's main event, there's a little something called small talk that we're going to bring to you. Unfortunately, Barry didn't make the audition stages. Too tall for it. Let's have a look at small talk.
You can definitely see me, yeah? We are in shot, aren't we? They must be able to see us. I think it's this way. Can't take it, it's too heavy. We are the stars of the show, Charlie. Get a move on, come on, Shan. Big boxing, small talk.
Well, that's something to look forward to. Yeah, and as we said, Barry couldn't get the job, he's too tall. But that's straight after tonight's main event, small talk. Charlie Parsons and Sonny Edwards, former world champion. Should be fun, that.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm driving over from Manchester, but I think I'm going to stay and join in. I got to join in. I got to join in. They were calling me Big Baz earlier, them two, so I'm like an uncle to them.
Zelfa Barrett also in an intriguing fight this evening against Jazza Dickens, a real crossroads fight, you could say. Zelfa Barrett very close to fighting for a world title against Jazza Dickens. A defeat at this stage in his career would be damaging. We caught up with both.
Zelfa Barrett, the pride of Manchester. It's Manchester v Liverpool against Jazza Dickens. One fight away from a shot at the big time.
Boxing's about how good you are. It's not about how many tickets you can sell. When you're a world-class fighter, it's how good you are. I'm not a bench warmer. I'm not living a social where you come on in injury time and you score. You know, I'm starting, I'm Thierry Henry, I'm Drogba, like, I'm that guy in my weight at 130. The best me beats anyone. Being a world champion to me that's the end goal. I've underachieved if I've not been a world champion. Been English champion, Commonwealth champion, European champion. Some fighters don't ever achieve this at all. Their limit is British. They get to European and get beat. I boxed to the world title. This is my journey, like, you're just a fighter in the way where I need to be.
Zelfa's been boxing as a pro for over a decade. Most fighters you've seen come and go after so long, but for 10 years strong, he's still going strong. And he's still waiting to get this world title fight. Yeah, and it's way overdue.
I just need an opportunity, man. That's all I need. Like, I just got to keep winning. You know, I've got to brutally win, whether it's a boxing lesson, whether it's a knockout, and then give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Jazz is not to be overlooked, and we're definitely not overlooking him. And it's a really good fight for Zelfa. It's a fight that's keeping him up there, rather than just thinking he's got just an opponent, because Jazz is just not an opponent.
When it comes to this, close to the fight, the fuse gets shorter, and I'm more locked in and more focused, and don't really laugh. Serious is my life, so as my Uncle Pat would say, it's as serious as a heart attack. So yeah, man, I'm just focused.
And just know that what we do, going into something 150%, physically and mentally ready, that will take us where we want to go.
This is like an old school show with Ricky Hatton, Jamie Moore, Stephen Foster Jr. Like, this is like an old school card. Jack, me, Gomez, Akib, Connor, the Alfie Kid, William. There's like 7 guys from Manchester. Like, I think Jack's more Charlie way, but yo, we'll claim him. I'll claim Jack. So yeah, he should be jumping, man.
Well, what a contest that is. A real crossroads, well, not really a crossroads fight, but an important fight for both. Zelfa Barrett versus Jazza Dickens. What's your thoughts on this one, Pat?
You know, it's a cracking domestic fight. I know both lads very well. You know, Zelfa, we all know he's got a blistering jab. He does that little twitch naturally, and he's just so loose. And then you got Jazza. You know, I remember seeing Jazza in Starbucks when I was a kid before he even won a national title. He's so nice, and he's just a tough man. So you're going to really see an action-packed fight here tonight.
But there's pressure on Zelfa Barrett tonight, Barry, where he is very, very close to a world title shot again.
I think so, because Jazza Dickens is a handful for anybody, but he's a naturally smaller guy. That's the truth of it. So you have to make Barrett a big favourite because of that. And also, Barrett's probably the fresher of the two, even though Jazza's had a few wins since his last defeat, and he's come back with a little bit of a run, but still.
Pulled out though, hasn't he?
No, yeah. No.
Eyes of him there, Jazza Dickens.
And also, he got good movement, Jazza. He can be a busy fighter, throws lots of punches. He does cut a little bit as well, so that's going to be a problem, especially with the whipping punches of Zelfa Barrett. But I think the size is going to be the difference to him, because Barrett's a big super feather, and Jazza was a super bantamweight a couple of years ago.
Brilliant fight that in the super featherweight division, 10 rounds. Brilliant fight live on DAZN at 7 p.m. So much to come on that card. Really, really looking forward to tonight's main event. I know we've touched on it already, but for Jack Catterall and Arnold Barboza, there's been a lot of said here. Do you think their past form, with the fights that they've had, Jose Ramirez and Barboza, there was a bit of needle there. Obviously, Taylor's had it, Catterall's had it with Josh Taylor. They couldn't be in a better position, could they, leading into this fight?
No, I think confidence-wise, certainly for Barboza, he needed a confidence, a good win of quality like that. Certainly after the McComb fight, of course. But when he was, I thought he was lucky to win, but he got over the line. But either way, it's an interesting fight, right at the precipice of their careers, where they can move on to the bigger stage.
Yeah, brilliant main event on the show, starting at 7 p.m. on your global home of boxing, DAZN. But we're ready for our final fight on DAZN, so let's hand over to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Manchester, England, we're set to go with a special light heavyweight attraction. Set to make his ring walk, please welcome the Street Lion, Saddam Mohamed da Silva Caetano.
Well, I won't give you his full name like David Diamante just did, but Caetano, 34, born in Angola, but a Belgian citizen. He was out last time against his former amateur rival Lee Ingelrest. He lost in the 6th round for the Belgian light heavyweight title. Does have that experience, 7 wins, 5 losses, in with, yes, a very talented Conor Dunsbury, but it is his debut, so a good test in his first fight as a pro.
And now making his first ring walk as a professional, please welcome the Moss Side Mauler, Conor Dunsbury.
And here is the debutant, the former amateur star with over 100 fights to his name. Carved out of stone at yesterday's weigh-in, looked in tremendous shape. Been talking very, very well all week. He's excited to get this journey underway. Very similar to tonight's opener, and Alfie Middlemiss understanding the importance to look good, be exciting, and he says that's his style. He's in your face, he's busy, looks to land heavy shots. And certainly a very, very good addition to British boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Manchester, England, live on DAZN, we're set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored tonight by Betfred, Everlast, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guy, Tom, and Drip. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell from Manchester, A-star referee Danny Sargentson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears black with gold trim. He's scaled 12 stone, 11 pounds, 2 ounces. Professional record, 7 victories against 5 defeats. He has 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Bruges, Belgium, please welcome the Street Lion, Saddam Mohamed da Silva Caetano. Caetano. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears green with black. He's scaled 12 stone, 12 pounds, 3 ounces. Tonight, he makes his much anticipated professional debut, fighting out of Manchester, England. Please welcome the Moss Side Mauler, Connor Tudsbury. Tudsbury.
Fellas, you both know the rules. Keep it clean. Nothing low, watch your heads. And when I say break, take a step back. Most importantly, defend yourself at all times. Best of luck, lads.
Well, here we go. The journey begins for Connor Tudsbury. Professional debut here in Manchester.
Bravo.
I would suggest don't blink here. He said it's going to start fast. Caetano, his game. Chin quite high, Barry. Could do with tucking that down against a very, very big punch in. Tudsbury, who gets straight down to work, landing left hooks, right hands over the top. Blistering start, Pat.
Yeah, he's very explosive, Connor. Like you said before, if you blink, you'll miss it. So keep your eyes peeled.
Solid, doesn't he, Barry? That's another shot. A big chopping overhand right. Not wasting any time here.
Yeah, don't waste any energy. When you get tied up, just relax a little bit. Don't get too tensed up here. But oh goodness, a lovely jab there from Tudsbury.
Powerful jab and a big right hook round the side of that left hand of Caetano. Looking very spiteful, very hurtful. He's got to get that chin down, Caetano.
See, Caetano tucks up well, but when he throws his punches, then his chin lifts up. And that's where Tudsbury's just got to sit down, throw that right hand over the top, encourage him to throw the jab. That's a nice little feint, that'll work.
Needs to keep throwing that jab because he keeps getting through, and then that right hook over the top.
Oh, short left hook again from Tudsbury.
I'll just remind you as well, he's got a devastating left hook as well, so keep an eye out for that when it gets thrown.
Yeah, very explosive, the way he just ignites and lets the shots go. Very impressive, just missing with the overhand right there.
I think that's the shot for him, I do, that right hand. Just dip the legs there, just see Caetano there when he throws that left hand, it comes back a little bit low, or a little bit tentative, let it go.
Cannot miss at the minute. Tudsbury just rolling under the right hand of Caetano, landing a lovely jab.
Oh, again, solid left hand there from Tudsbury.
Credit to the Belgium, he's taking some big shots here. He's still there, he walks onto another right hand from Tudsbury.
Well, I don't think Tudsbury's really committing to that right hand. He's still, the hook he is. When he throws it straight, he's not really turning his body into the shot. It's more just letting the arm go. And that's where just sitting down a little bit will just make you push off that back leg, get a bit more purchase on the punch.
That's a nice right to the body, Caetano. But he's under pressure here. Good front foot pressure. Manages to escape from the red corner. Caetano just falling over that front foot. He needs to be careful doing that against Tudsbury. We've already seen, throws a lovely uppercut.
Just he take a little bit of a breather here, Tudsbury, just slow down a bit. I just think that nervous energy at the start of the round, but he came out all guns blazing, sometimes just tires you out a little bit.
Oh, lovely right hook to the body, and there's that left hook you was talking about, Pat. Good opening round from Connor Tudsbury.
Nice and relaxed.
jab. When it comes in, them feet out target.
Blistering start from Tudsbury then, and some big heavy shots. Putting Catterall under plenty of pressure there.
Yeah, really, really good opening round from Conor Tudsbury. We just heard Jamie Moore in the corner there. Like, you can settle down now. Get back to work. Get behind the jab.
Yeah, when Conor settles down and doesn't look for it, it'll come anyway.
You're going to be there soon. It's going to be your debut, Pat, I'm sure. You're going to be drawn in by the bright lights and the crowd.
Definitely, yeah, you just can't get sucked in too much. You got to keep your head on it. But good job there from Conor.
Yeah, been sparring with Callum Smith, Bradley Reyes, I'm sure you know, Pat, and sparring with that calibre of opponent.
Yeah, he is, yeah, he's getting the rounds under his belt and that, and he's flying in the gym. So, yeah, he's had great preparation for this fight.
Yeah, Dave Allen as well, been really impressed. Telling me he's very strong, he's explosive and very, very excited. That left hook, as you pointed out, Pat, he took it well, Catterall, credit to the Belgian, but he needs to be careful, he needs to get that chin down.
Just made him pause, though, didn't it, for a second. He really felt that left hook. This where Tudsbury, you just got to try a little bit of space here. Just pick his shots.
He's an accident waiting to happen here, Catterall. That chin way too high, as you said, when he lets the shots go, Barry. And with that left hand, that left hook, very accurate. You pointed it out, Pat. The uppercut as well as he falls over that front foot. This is good work, starting to turn the screw, Tudsbury.
Yeah, he needs to turn it on now. You know, twist that knife inside and really turn up the heat. But I tell you what, his opponent is tough.
He has been stopped 3 times, Catterall. But whoever they were, must have lead in their fist. Oh, big right hand!
He's gone.
From Tudsbury, the legs are all over the place. The right uppercut lands. And I'm pretty sure that will be all she wrote. The legs are still unsteady from Catterall. The referee, rightly so, waves it off. Incredible debut from Conor Tudsbury. Explosive punching, physical presence. Take a bow, Tudsbury.
Even though you can clearly see, as Pat was saying, that left hook, which might be the money shot for him, and it will be in his career. I just felt in that fight, the way that Catterall was that left hand low, the right hand was going to be the shot. But he relaxed, as you said, you mentioned, Pat, about he just be a little bit relaxed. And he relaxed with that right hand, and he threw right through the target. You talk about technique and turning your body into the shots, and he wasn't doing that in the first round, but in that round then, certainly for that last right hand, he really just, he didn't tense up, he pushed up the back leg, turned his body into the shot, and it was a fluent right hand, and everything went wrong there for Catterall.
Definitely, Barry. I agree with everything you said there. And that right hand there, as you can see, it really went down the pipe. And his opponent was, even though he was saying he can carry on, no chance. It was just a matter of time before this was going to happen.
It was as if we see the real Tudsbury in that second round. As you pointed out, Barry, it's your debut, you get excited, you get carried away. But that was blistering, that was very impressive.
I got to be honest though, like Pat mentioned the left hook before the right hand, I think really caused the trouble. It just, he stood up then after that left hook, and that right hand was allowed to have a free shot, and that was a really good debut there for Conor Tudsbury.
Very, very impressive. You see Jamie Moore and the victor there. Let's hand over to David Diamante. Hopefully we'll get a word from Jamie Ward straight after.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Darren Sargentson calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 1 second of round number 2, declaring your winner by TKO. He's now undefeated as a professional, the Moss Side Mauler, Conor Tudsbury.
Yeah, Conor Tudsbury off to a winning start in his pro career. And what a way to do it. We seem to be saying that a lot on Before the Bell. Some very, very good debut performances. And that certainly was one. Hurtful punching display from Conor Tudsbury. He'll be desperate to put on another performance like that very soon. There's the team. What team? Dave Allen, Eddie Hearn, Sam Jones, Nigel Travis, Jamie Moore. What team he's got, what talent he's got. And he is with our reporter, Jamie Ward. So let's get a word from the victor.
Conor Tudsbury, congratulations. You only get one professional debut. That wasn't bad. How did you find it?
Thought it was all right. First one, nerves going in, got it out of the way. Start energy was there. Really enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you to Moss Side Fire Station Boxing Club. Thank you to everyone in Manchester. Hope to put it again, 28th of March.
You mentioned nerves. How did you control the nerves on the ramp there?
Yeah, it was unreal. I'd never experienced it before in the amateur game, even on that high level. But yeah, it was great. It was amazing.
Spiteful, powerful. You talked about the power all week. Just talk us through the finish and how the fight unfolded and ultimately ended.
So it started a bit quick. Obviously, towards the nerves and stuff. And then towards the last bit, slowed it down, got my rhythm right, found the shots, was placing my shots nicely, and then ended up going, opponent went down.
What makes you think, Conor, you belong on the biggest of stages? Of course, you had to wait a while to make your professional debut, sign with Eddie last October, but what makes you think you're ready?
That's just a taste of what I've got, yeah. There's plenty more to come, and I'm going to climb my way all the way to the top. Just watch, find out, stay tuned.
Well, let's bring in promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, as I say, you only get one professional debut. What did you make of that?
Fantastic. I mean, you know, we know everybody's talked, Sam, Jamie, everyone knows about the power that exists. You know, you could see he came in, was very, you know, over-anxious, ready, excited to just go in and do damage. That's what he does. And I was just saying to him, just let it flow, because he's got brute strength, but he's also got natural power. And he's going to be very exciting. This is a fantastic division. And as I always say, I think globally we've got the best young roster of talent. And the great news for them is they're going to stay nice and active. That's the key. March 28th, Altrincham with Pat Brown, William Croller. It's a great little night for next gen there. I want to box him 6-7 times a year. With that amateur experience, he's going to be moving at a decent pace. Early days, but, you know, brutal, brutal power. And that's what people want to see. People want to see people knock them spark out. And he's going to be knocking people spark out in the 175-pound division. And he's going to be moving at a decent pace. As I said before, English, British Championship. I only want world champions. You know, if Conor Tudsbury can't win a world championship, we all fail. That's for the future. Now we've got to do things right, keep him active, win domestic titles, but most importantly, you know, one thing I will say as well, and I always say it, you know, the job that he's done in the community for local amateur boxing clubs, I know he's a bit shy, Nigel Travis, but Moss Side Fire Station Amateur Boxing Club, the job that they do down there for kids in the community, and this is a product of that. You know, Pat as well, all these guys. And walking into an amateur boxing club, it's not just about becoming a world champion. It's about changing your mindset for life. What these boys have done is they've done that, they've become great human beings, but they've got the ability to go on and win world championships. Great gym at the moment. Conor and Pat will share a card on March 28th. Watch out for them. Light heavyweight destroyer, cruiserweight destroyer. We've got a fantastic crop. Remember the name, Conor Tudsbury. He's going to go all the way, I believe.
How exciting is this for the city of Manchester, which has always been a brilliant fighting
but
city?
Manchester's always been a breeding ground for incredible talent, but we haven't probably over the last couple of years seen world-class talent coming out of Manchester. And we're going to make sure that Jamie Moore comes in, because we know he's a bit shy, do you know what I mean? But like I said, Jamie and Nigel, they've got some brilliant young fighters coming through, and you know, we know that Pat and Conor were part of the GB setup. These guys have got world-class potential.
Jamie, in terms of what you wanted to see on the debut, how did that compare?
Yeah, obviously the first round was always a little bit nervy. You want to get that out of the way. And then once he did, he settled down, relaxed. And I said, give yourself a bit of space and time and you'll catch this kid. And you know, I think it's evident for everyone. He's just such a huge puncher. I've just been saying, he's like a massive, big, strong power tool. He's just got to learn how to control it. And once he does that and learns how to go through the gears, he's going to be a beast.
Quick one from you, Sam. We know you have a huge amount of self-belief in all the fighters you work with. Talk about the belief in Conor Tudsbury.
Yeah, it's really good to see his personality come out as well, because listen, he's a bit in his own shell, but now you've seen this week as well, he's been getting more excited as the week's gone by, and I told Eddie he's going to flatten this fella, and he did, and you're going to see it more to come. That's what people pay money for. They pay money to see people get flattened, and that's what he's going to bring every single fight. He's looking to seek and destroy. When he slowed it down, ferocious power. He's going to knock people spark out.
Conor, we'll leave the final word to you. Job done on a professional debut. Is there a message you want to leave for everyone here who came out tonight?
Just want to say again, thank you to my side. Thank you to everyone who come out to support me. Thank you to everyone.
Conor Tudsbury, off and running as a professional. Congratulations to you, my friend, and well done.
Well, Eddie Hearn predicts he could have a potential world champion in his stable. But this is what we've got coming your way at 7 p.m. live on DAZN. Zelfa Barrett takes on Jazza Dickens. This is the crossroad fight between Pat McCormack, Robbie Davis Jr. Then the mouth-watering chief support between Reece Bellotti and Michael Gomez Jr. for the British and Commonwealth super featherweight titles. And tonight's top of the bill, Jack Catterall versus Arnold Barboza Jr. for the WBO interim world super lightweight title. Well, that's not a bad before the bell. Really, really good debut for Conor Tudsbury. Some really good fights here. Great to see Akid Fiers back. Brilliant performance from William Crolla. Nigel Travers thrilled with his man, Conor Tudsbury. Remember to tune in live 7 p.m. over on DAZN, your global home of boxing, for a stacked night of boxing. Good evening.
My name's Jack Catterall, and for some reason people think I'm boring.
It doesn't make sense to me. I'm a fun guy. I've got loads of fun hobbies. I've got a real thing for nature, and I love locomotives. I'm big into me fashion. I like to keep it exciting. I'm also a bit of a petrol head. How many kids do you have? One baby girl, one baby mother. Real bad man. People say I like rules. The truth? I live for discipline. I'm not much of a trash talker.
Get out of the road!
Sorry, that's what my manager's for. He's always got me back.
Arnold, it's Sam. Listen to me. You've got to take this fight. I mean, I love Jack to pieces, but I think you'll chin him.
Sam?
Right hand to God, Jack.
It's okay, Sam. Guess what I do for a living could be considered boring. 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 They look a bit bored, don't they? Boring. Boring. So boring. I put another one to sleep.